Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel. Trying another race for you. This time we are at
The
the
track temp is
MX-5
85
Cup
Fahrenheit, P6.
in
Alright,
some point
Jake, here
Raceway
we go.
Jefferson circuit. Managed
Go!
to qualify 6th. We are really slow. I mean, like, I was almost a second off in qualifying. And I don't think it's going to be much better than that in the race, so the goal is just to try to keep the car as clean as possible and somehow avoid any wrecks and see if we can actually pick up any spots. It's not going to be an easy race at all, so kind of fits with the theme of the last few races that I've done, but yeah, we're just going to do the best that we can and see what we can get out of it. We are car number 4 out of 12, so likely to probably lose iRating, but that's how it's been last while. If I can just keep this thing clean, I'll be happy enough, even if we do happen to lose iRating. We're going to try to get by the 6 here if we can. If I can pick up any spots, I'm happy with that. Looks like we got one car going off, so there's another spot we should be able to pick up. That'll put us in the 4th. If we could finish there, I'd be thrilled to death, although I'm sure there's going to be faster cars working their way back up that'll get to us. So I don't know what I'm doing wrong on this track. I'm just struggling to find how everybody's getting around it so quick. I know the curves are the banked ones you are not supposed to be on, and I know I'm not hitting braking points right in other corners. I just cannot figure out what everybody is doing. So we're going to turn on session best lap. Try to use that to see if we happen to find speed throughout the race. And maybe somehow, you know, we can take advantage of the front 3 happen to get to each other. We can pick up another spot, but like I said, I doubt that's the case. And you can see the 2's already working their way up towards us, so that's one corner that I seem to struggle with trying to get out clearly. So
35 miles per hour.
If I could run under a 54.5 and run my fastest lap, I'd be thrilled to death with that, because I don't think I've been under a 54.6 at all in practice. I know I overshot that corner, lost quite a bit. Trying to keep that corner as tight as possible to see if we can gain time. This one I struggle with getting the right amount. I seem to either slow down too much or I don't slow down enough, and I never get out of the corner well. Same thing with this, I seem to get on either too early or too late, so just gonna try to do what we can. See, we fell off slightly.
54.22, fastest lap.
Trying to set this one up so that we can get this sequential set a little better. Looks like we got a little bit of a wreck there. The 7 gets slow. That might be what we were looking for. You can see how much slower he is. Don't really want to push this too wide going in the corner, so I'll bail, let these guys go, see if we can get by both of them at the same time. Got the 7 to the outside. We're ahead of the 1 now, so we're in 3rd that way, but like I said, I figure the 1's far quicker than us. Trying to let the car rotate a little more through there and just roll through the corner and then pick up the throttle. You can see we lost some time, but we also ran some corners in areas that we wouldn't have wanted to.
Keep it up, P2.
Trying to pull away from the 1, lift through the corner, let the car roll. Try to pick up the brakes, tuck to the inside.
No mistakes.
See if we can continue to get away from the 1. 7 looks like he's going to be faster even with whatever damage he has, which, you know, doesn't surprise me again because I'm just not able to figure this out. Probably got on the brakes a bit too late there. Lost some more time to the 7. The 8. No, actually we're in 2nd. Looks like the 8 had problems. Either he blinked out or wrecked. I didn't see that. So, we're way ahead of where we thought. Got the 1 looking to the inside. I'm going to give him the position. We go off the track at the instant point. Feel bad about that.
We've been warned about track limits.
Yeah,
Stay
let's just
calm,
see if we can
keep it
settle
smooth.
back and
P3.
fall back in third.
Stay with him.
So I feel like it's possible we might be faster than the two. I wasn't looking at the splits to see how much time he was making up. Looks like the one blinked a little bit, but that easily could be me given the internet issues I've been having lately. Just gonna try to settle down and see if we can go back after the one. I think we may or may not be faster than him. He pushes it wide, but that might be the line to go, although we do gain off the corner on him. Check everything at the line, see where we're at. Try to get on the throttle a little bit earlier at the line. You can see we're 0.7 back from the 1, 0.6 ahead of the 2. Overshot that corner big time. Allowed the 2 to really catch up. That also allowed the 1 to pull away. I was trying to gain as much time as I could on the 1, and that was not the way to do it. So, I'm going to see if we can drive better. Looks like the 2 pushes it out a little wide. Glad that we haven't had any wrecks that we've been involved in or had to avoid. Glad that I've been able to do it. The 7 loses it way off the track. So, that'll give us another spot. Those are the only ways that I was probably going to gain position, so just going to work and see if we can get back to the 1 and see if we can pull away from the 2 as well. Get it wide off the track, going to loop it again. That causes a stack up there. Looks like the 8 got into the 2. 2's going to be on their inside. We're going to give him the position going into the corner. See if we can work back to the inside. Well, this is a tough section to want to pass in. Every time we get a spot from a wreck, we happen to give it away by stupidity, so just got to settle down, drive clean. Still got a long way to go. When we come by, we're going to have 11 laps to go, or 12 laps to go, so just got to try to do the best that I can. Did not mean to downshift into first there. Slowed down too far. That allowed the 2 to pull away. Also allowed the 8 to catch back up. Yeah. Got to try to make sure we don't get on the throttle too early coming here in turn 7. That felt like a little better of a job. Well, the 2's pulling away. We're 2.4 back of the 1, 0.8 back of the 2.
Keep it smooth. P3. The gap in front is now 0.8.
Try not to overshoot that corner, but I got on the curb too much. Again, I feel like I was faster when I tried to hug this corner as much as I could, so we're going to try to keep doing that. Looks like we're pulling away from the 8, which is nice. Holding about steady with the 2, maybe lost a little bit of ground, so just got to try to do what we can. That corner I need to figure out, because you can see I lost too much time in Sector 2 as compared to Sector 1, so just have to figure out how to navigate that corner a little bit better. Swing that one a little wide, let the car roll. Got too much of the curve, tried to get on it. Lost a little bit of time. I think I gained to the 1, but lost time to the 2, so. Trying to do better at holding that corner tight without clipping the curb. You can see this is turning into a little bit of a better lap so far. We have gained on the 2 and gained a little bit on the 1 as well. Felt like I did better through that corner. Yeah, we're going to see if we can continue this, because this so far feels like a much better lap. Not that it is very fast, but compared to what I have been running, it's been faster. Let the car roll through there, try to pick up the throttle a little bit earlier. You can see we gained quite a bit to both cars. Although passing opportunities are going to be limited, I'm able to run a lap that I'm finally happy with. I keep trying to do the same thing over and over again, see if we can get them to make a mistake. You can see the 2 does, although we did the same thing. holding about even with both of them, which right now that makes me happy. Looks like they're both pulling away now. Okay with third if that's where we finish. Just gonna try to run as clean as I can, see if I can get back to them at all. Got on the curb a little too much there, caused us to get a loose off the corner, lose some time. Pulling away from the 8 quite a bit. We got about 5 seconds, so that's good for me.
Off the pace. You're a 10th off in sector 1.
See, we're running fairly similar lap times to them, and I know I can drive far better. So it's possible we could still try to get to them. If I could get close to a 53, even if it's a high 53, I'd be thrilled to death with that lap time for this race. Just trying not to push it too hard that I end up off the track or losing time sliding the car, but trying to push it hard enough that I can not let them pull away. Can't get distracted by either of them. I have to still focus on hitting my marks. You can see we're fairly close to the lap that we ran, and we were able to gain on both of them.
That lap was at 54.50.
Not quite close enough to be able to make any passes, but possibly close enough that we can force them to make a mistake. You see the battle here. It looks like the one makes the mistake. We almost get clipped from behind. I didn't really have anywhere to go. I probably should have swung it a little bit wider. You can see the battle between the three of us was really tight. Now it's pretty tight between the two and I. I may or may not have the edge on the two, so it's possible we could still try to get in the lead and get a good finish. Almost get into him. Gonna let the car roll. Try to apex a little bit later. See if we can get into it.
What's your speed limit in the pits?
I'll have to watch to see if the one is able to close back up on us and get a lot faster. Barely make any contact with the two. Gonna have to watch that we don't actually get into him. I don't want to wreck him at all. That's not how I want to get by him, nor do I want the incident points out of it. So, have to back our braking up just a hair because he seems to be braking a little earlier than we are. Didn't get through that corner very well. It allowed him to pull away quite a bit, although I feel like we're catching them in turn 1, so that might give us a little breathing room to brake at the point that we want to. Push that corner way wide. He's going to be able to get a big run off the straightaway. We're going to run off the track.
Look out for the pit speed limit.
Able to save it. That's going to allow the one to close up. That's been where all my off tracks have been, which is frustrating. Have to work on cleaning that up big time. Just have to try to smooth everything up. Got on the curb too much that time. Best laps were when I wasn't on that. Trying to work through this section. Pushed a little wide there. Make sure that we don't push wide here. Want to try to pull away from the one so that we don't have to worry about him trying to dive bomb us anywhere or pass the inside. Trying to catch the two as well. But again, trying to slow down enough for that corner without slowing down too much that I'm giving up time. I come across the line this time by with 5 to go, so still quite a bit of a way, although there's not very many passing opportunities. You can see we push it wide. We're going to go off the track again.
What's your speed?
Have to just figure out that corner that I'm not picking up the throttle too early or rolling off like I just did there. So trying to find that balance of picking it up early enough to try to catch the two without being so early that I'm pushing off. You see the front tires I've worn out quite a bit because the car's just sliding out a lot, so that's on me for all these slides and picking up the throttle too early and putting too much heat in them. So something that I should keep note of, that it's not going to turn as well as I would like it to. Just have to try to roll the corners a little bit, and if that means letting him get away for a lap or two so that way I don't push into him, then that might be what I have to do. Not that second's a bad finish at all where I started or how I feel like I'm doing. Try to hit this corner a little bit better, roll it a little bit sooner, apex a little bit later. This time we get on the curb, but that was the better alternative than coming off the track and getting another incident point.
Come
You
on,
can see we
find a
picked
way
up a
around. We're
10th
losing
there.
time. That last lap was a 55.15.
Crew Chief is yelling at me, but Crew Chief does not understand how terrible a driver I am. Two locks it up into the corner. It allows us to close up a little bit, although we were not close enough to be able to take advantage. Hopefully that might have heated the tires up a little bit and allows us to try to take advantage of it. See, we still only picked up about a 10th. That corner we did a lot more even with having to lift and pick up the throttle. Anytime you do that, that's really going to hurt you. Trying to set up a pass to the inside if we could. Force him down on the inside, even though he'll have the prefer line through the next corner.
Push now. We might win this. You're in the lead.
Try to clear him if we can.
Good move, mate.
Was hanging to the outside, so that way if he wanted the inside line, he had it. I didn't want to pass him dirty. We're able to work by him, so hopefully we can just run mistake 3 now, pull away, and get a very unexpected win. Was not my cleanest race. It's definitely still made a lot of mistakes, although I'm always going to make mistakes when I'm road racing because it's just not something I'm strong at or very confident in. Hit the curb too much, got a little loose off of there. Thankfully, we had enough of a gap away from the 2 to be able to sustain that. We're going to come by with 2 to go, so we're just going to try to keep it clean. Drive aggressive enough that we're still quick without driving over-aggressive that we make any mistakes and allow them to get there. Feel like I hit that corner a little better. The line we're 0.7 ahead, so we'll see if we can grow that gap at all. Thankfully, we don't have any cars that are really in front of us. Trying to run as clean of a lap as I can to see A, if we can set a faster lap for ourselves, and B, if that allows us to pull away more as well. Still getting on the gas, probably a hair too late on that quarter, but honestly I'd rather be late than early. Washing off. You can see we have been able to pull away, so hopefully we can just maintain that, and with 1 to go we'll be able to cruise to a hard-fought, unexpected win. You can see we get it off the track. Yet another incident point. Just that was me getting on the gas too early. Thankfully the 2 had issues, so we were able to even separate the gap further. Just going to drive this fairly easy, try to get around because I think it would take a lot for him to get to us and pass us unless we make a mistake. So if I drive hard, I'll probably will. Just going to try to hit everything as best as I can, bring the brake points back a hair, bring the throttle pickups a little bit later on so that way I don't run off the track or have any issues. You see how much slower this lap is, but I'm okay with that because I just have to keep it clean and bring it home. Really unexpected win. Happy that I was able to run more laps under 55 than I was in practice, but still plenty of things to clear up. 12 gets loose in front of us, spins off. Thankfully it was nowhere near it, and we were able to bring home the win.
You deserved that today.
Yeah, feels really good to be able to do that. Was not expected. I know this is going to be an incredibly weak strength of field, but getting the win's nice. See how bad I overheated the tires. Not too terrible, actually. I mean, you can see how hot the right front was, which was me leaning on it, especially off of turn 7 a lot, so that's something I got to work on, but not terrible overall. So let's take a look at the results and see how we did. And we gotta wait just a hair. They are still finishing up, so. You can see we did not have the most instant points. There's one car that I don't even think ran it. Let's see. Yeah, it does not look like the 11 ran, so Nobody had no incident points. It's kind of typical for rookie. You can see we had 6. Thankfully, none of them were for car contact. They were all for coming off the track, mostly off of turn 7. So the 10 had issues, 12 had issues, 3 had issues. Yeah, did not expect that finish at all. So let's see if the results are up now. You can see they were. So that was 6 out of 13 splits. So working our way to the top half, 1262 strength of field. So it's absolutely terribly weak, but stronger than us, although our rating's not very good. You can see we were about half a second off the fast lap, so that's, kind of where I expected it to be. I was happy just to get down to that. So gain 94 in the I rating, gain .03 in the safety. Those are both at least heading in the right direction. Continue to learn how to get the car to rotate through without overdriving it or sliding it. I think those are the two big areas that I will find time. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Glad to finally get one where I didn't get caught up in any wrecks or finish way in the back. Unexpected, but it was nice to be able to move up that way and at least pass everybody cleanly. So stay tuned for the next one. Remember to like and subscribe, and hopefully all of your races are fast. Get fast times, clean races, good finishes, and you enjoy them. Thanks.